Faith has a new frequency. The Spirit of Huntsville. KHSPLP, Huntsville, Texas. Spirit 94.3.
What's the nod for?
I was waiting on you to start it this morning.
You should tell me.
I was gonna say good morning, old son.
Oh, you were?
I just feel like saying that about 100 times this morning.
I've noticed.
So to all you old sons out there listening, good morning. And young daughters, you better not say old daughter. You better say young daughter.
Yeah.
Welcome in, everybody, as we get rocking and rolling. Another episode of Good Morning Huntsville. Here we are, Jason. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great.
I know you had a busy weekend serving families, and it's I'm glad that you're here. I know sometimes it's hard putting in those hours, but the ministry side of the job is what it's about, man.
That's what it is.
Yeah, so we are here. Thanks for hanging out with us. Time now 7:43 as we get rocking and rolling on this new episode, number 710. For some reason, the people have allowed us to do this for 710 episodes.
I know. I can't believe that.
And I can't believe it's not butter spray. Joshua Mashi joining us there from the producer table. Josh, good to have you back on. I thought you were going to be gone.
Yeah, I decided not to go sub or go shadow teacher.
Are you going to be here too, like today and Thursday?
Yes, sir.
Wow, my week just got better.
I'm telling you.
It just got good.
It's always a great morning when you see Josh.
It is.
Standing back there producing.
It just, there's something about the energy.
I know.
There's like some sort of special energy that comes in. You know what it is? It's the joy of the Lord on that young man.
It must be.
That's what it is.
Yes, sir.
So there's some things going on in Josh's life that we won't talk about here, but it's good, positive things. And so, Josh, we're proud of you, happy for you.
Thank you.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do.
So we'll just, we don't want to embarrass the young man. So we're just going to say we're proud of him and we're happy for him.
Thank you. Yesterday, actually, I was looking at some photos on my phone. And remember when Miss Deneen was here in the old studio and you advertised it really well in the, what's it called? The headline or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was looking at those photos.
Oh, that's right. We did it on the little caption on the, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just say it's something to do with like a matchmaking type show,
Uh-huh.
We had somebody get engaged after this show.
Did we?
Jack Durish was on with our friend Tiffany, and Tiffany said that she had been with her fiance for like a year or two.
Really?
And we looked right in that camera and we said, young man, if you're listening and watching, it is time.
Really?
And when Jack Durish said that, when you're an 83-year young veteran,
right,
and you say something like that, boy, you better listen. And that young man listened.
Well, that's good that he listened.
Because they got engaged like a week after that show.
Oh, that's good.
That is awesome.
So I felt maybe, the point is we want to lead people to the Lord. But the second point is, if somebody gets married then we're done. 710 episodes, we're done.
We can just call it quits.
We're wrapped up. No, we can't wrap up.
No, we can't.
We have some great guests today, so we absolutely cannot wrap up. We've got a lot to talk about today, and we want you to hang out with us. Hey, as you're here with us in the morning, we want you to just feel like you're part of hanging out with us in the living room today. And you can text us. Let us know that you're out there, 936-339-0139. Again, the number is 936-339-0139. You can also email us, victory@spiritradio.fm. Underwriting support for this program is made possible in part by Elliott's Jewelers, online at elliotsjewelers.com, and also Guardian Defense for all things personal safety, their website, guardiandefensellc.com. The Jason Thompson back with us again. And hey, how are things going? Is Kyle back? Is he back out on the, I don't want to say the boat. Would that be correct?
That's what we call it.
The boat? He's not back on the boat yet, is he?
No, he's got probably another 5 weeks.
From the medical leave, right? From the tendon.
Well, he's got to go through physical therapy now. And then they have to make sure he's 100% before they're going to let him go back.
Man, he's a lot of fun when he comes on the show, too.
Oh, he can be.
What's the job that he has again? It's pretty interesting.
He's a tankerman on a towboat. So they call it a towboat, but it actually pushes the barges.
Ah, okay.
And they generally haul liquids, and he's responsible for loading and unloading and all that kind of stuff. And then they, of course, they have to build, what they call build in tow, and that's where they tie everything together. And they go up and down the waterways, the rivers.
That's a lot of hard work. And I know he's away, and they got babies and all that.
Yeah, he's gonna be a daddy again soon.
Is that times 2 or times 3?
No, this will be the second one.
Second one.
Another little boy.
Awesome. Yeah, that's right. Y'all had the reveal for it.
Yeah, a couple weekends ago.
I wanted to ask the people out there, when did that start? Like, what started? Social media has started so many things. That wasn't a thing 20 years ago, was it?
No, I don't think so. I have no idea where it came from.
Kyle, if you're out there, our official researcher, our unpaid researcher, the Brisketeer of Huntsville, if you're listening this morning, let us know. Do some research for us and let us know where the gender reveal parties started. Very important topic this morning.
Yes, very, very important. We need to know.
I could Google it, but I just don't feel like moving my hands that much this morning.
Really? You got your coffee and everything?
Yeah, I just want to sit here and just relax.
Well, why do you want to sit here and relax? You're supposed to be leading us.
You're taught in ministry to empower and release. And so right now, Kyle, we're empowering you and releasing you to do the work. So we'll see.
I could just see the look on Kyle's face if he's listening right now.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to come up there and empower and release you in a minute, man. Oh, well, hey, time is 7:48. Again, we do have a great show lined up. We want you to continue to hang out. Let us know that you're out there. We always love the comments, too, that come in on the social media feed as we do celebrate and lift up our community here in Huntsville. We're always so thankful to be able to be here. Two great friends joining us for the first time today. Lisa and Bobby Wilcox will be joining us from the Ranch for Athletes, a nonprofit here in the community. Normally, after our first segment, we take a break and we go back to music and programming on Spirit Radio. But I would love for the message of this great nonprofit to get out through not just on social media as we always do, but through the airwaves this morning as well. So we will stay with the FM signal as we have them on here in just a few moments. But again, comment in, let us know that you're out there. As we'll step aside, we'll take a break, we'll have a little bit of bumper music, and then we'll come back as we continue promoting, celebrating the good. This is Good Morning Huntsville with Rob and Old Son. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Kaden. No, listening to Barrett Radio.
Hey, welcome back. I asked Josh, can you do the Caden? And he did it. So, yeah, I just wanted to hear my son this morning. So thank you, Josh, for that, by the way. Appreciate it. Welcome back as we continue promoting and celebrating the good here on this wonderful Tuesday. It is Good Morning Huntsville, and it's always a joy to have guests on this show. We want to always highlight the great work that nonprofits are doing in our community, and today we are privileged and honored to be joined by Lisa and Mr. Bobby Wilcox. Good to have y'all on. Thanks for hanging out today.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, it's great to be here.
You bet. And Bobby, you may need to pull this, just kind of talk a little bit. I didn't give you the FAA checklist this morning on the setup. So, but it's good to have you guys. So
That's good. It's really good to be here.
awesome. Well, hey, we're going to talk today about a great nonprofit that you'll have, the Ranch for Athletes, and we'll get into that in a moment. But we first would just like to get to know you guys, if that's okay. And I know the journey from Florida quite a few years ago and settling in here to Huntsville. We were joking earlier, and you said y'all went from surfing, and I said to saying, I don't remember what it was. I said something about, what was it?
Hey, Bubba.
Yeah. You went from surfing to Hey Bubba here in East Texas. So we were trying to figure out the flow. But Lisa, let's start with you. Just let us know just a little bit about you guys, and just let us know kind of y'all's journey here to Huntsville, if you don't mind.
Yeah, so it started, we have 3 daughters, and our oldest daughter was a softball player, and she struggled with anxiety and panic attacks, and it was something, we're former athletes, we never dealt with that. She loved horses, so I was like, I'm going to research equine therapy and just see what that's all about. So it actually started with her of going to an equine therapy session in Florida, and it made a huge impact on her, and then it did as me as well. And I am a city girl, never been around horses or anything, but I came to Bobby and said, I think we need to do something with horses and athletes. There's something there. But we were in Florida, and the hope was to stay in Florida, but here we are in Texas.
We're glad you guys came. You said city girl, so what like Orlando type city? What was the city in Florida?
Actually, we're both originally from New Mexico.
Ah, okay.
So Albuquerque.
Ah, all right. Our great coach here, I was good friends with Jason Hooten. He moved from Sam Houston to New Mexico, and we miss Coach Hoot, but he's doing a great job there in New Mexico. I've been through it once.
That's actually our alma mater is New Mexico State.
Nice. So y'all know all about this then. All you have to do in life is just talk a little bit, and then all of a sudden these connections start, firing off. So, well, Bobby, let us know just kind of a little bit about you, if you don't mind, and how obviously the journey with y'all came together, but just let us know kind of a little bit about you, if you don't mind.
Yeah, well, with my daughter's anxiety and all that, I was the problem with that because I was a former coach. I coached college football for almost 10 years.
Bobby, sorry, 1 second. Your microphone's not working, and I don't know what's going on. Sorry, this doesn't normally happen live.
That's okay. You want to talk to me anyway.
Yeah. Try again, Bobby.
All right.
No, it's still not.
Should I flip it?
Yeah, flip that, Josh. This doesn't normally happen when we're live. Try again, Bob.
Test. 1, 2.
Well, this is welcome to the show, everybody. This is live production sometimes. Let's take a quick break, and we'll figure this out because I don't want to miss the I'm so sorry, guys. We'll figure this out. Josh, let's take a quick break. Just go back to some music and put up and we'll come back. I'm sorry, guys. We'll figure this out. All right, we're back. Sometimes you just got to flip the right switch. It's nothing on Josh, by the way. So, Bobby, welcome in, my friends. Good to have you on today.
Thank you. And I'm used to making adjustments as old football coach. You know, sometimes things just don't work out what you think they're going to be, and then you make adjustments, and then boom, here we go.
Yeah, and you just under pressure is when you perform the best. So here
That's
we go.
right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, thank you, my friend. Good to have you on, and thank you again.
Yes, no, it's great to be here. And like I was saying before, you know, I was a former college football coach and moved my family around all over. We lived in Oregon, Ohio, Mississippi, of course, New Mexico, where we're from, and then we ended up in Florida. You know, I was probably the cause of a lot of anxiety and pressure with a lot of young athletes and college athletes because I was that coach. You know, I was the one pushing that pressure of we got to be right and focused all the time. And I just kind of thought that's how it was until I grew up and matured and understood that there's more to this game than just the ability to get on the field and play, the mindset. And so, you know, that's my background. And I love sports. I think sports are really good, but I also think that it could be detrimental to some of these athletes that are growing up, the pressure that they're under. So that's why we're doing what we're doing.
I think it's incredible. You know, I had a privilege to broadcast college sports for many years at Sam Houston and then up at North Dakota State. And, you know, especially at that level. And I know that, we're going to talk about just in general, but even at that level, there's a lot of pressure. And now with the transfer portal and these kids are getting pushed around and moved around because they want what's best for them, there's even more pressure. And I feel like as a society in general, there is so much going on to where people are just pushed in so many different directions, especially young people. And I think it's incredible, the organization that you guys have, the Ranch for Athletes. I wanted to kind of go back into that. And Lisa, just give us more. You shared with us earlier a little bit about the organization, but kind of give us more of the story and let us know. And then you and Bobby can kind of collaborate on that discussion as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So we knew that we always wanted to do something with sports, some type of ministry for sports, because if you get kids in sports, it gets them off the street, gets them out of trouble, till we had our own kids. And then we put them in sports and saw the pressure that at a young age, these kids deal with. I mean, our little one was, I think she was 5 years old playing soccer, and everybody thinks they're going pro. And we're like, whoa, they need something outside of sports as a way to get away from the pressure. And that's kind of where the idea came from. And us both being college athletes, we understand the pressure that it is, as well as how your identity is tied so much to your sport. I played college volleyball and only got to play a year because then I got diagnosed with cancer. So I had to step away. But my hope and identity just wasn't in being an athlete. I knew who I was outside of that, and especially who Christ says that I am. So that's a lot of what we do at the ranch. It's not per se a ministry, because Bobby was not a believer when we first started dating and stuff. So he would have never stepped foot in a church or anything. But the ranch is a place where you come and you just feel his presence and his peace.
Yeah, you know, we knew that, I always told Lisa I missed two things when I wasn't coaching, because I was out of it for about 7 years. And I said, I missed two things. I missed the strategy of the game and mentoring the athlete. I can't do nothing about the strategy of the game, but I can still help young people. So that's when we decided what could we do? Because we had a good life in Florida. We lived across the street from the beach. I went surfing. It wasn't a bad life, but we were just living. We weren't helping others. And I thought, this is not what God wants for us. So we need to figure out and do something different. And so we decided about a ranch to help athletes. And we tried to stay in Florida. It didn't work out. And we knew that it was God's plan. And he had a place for us from the get-go here. And we just had to follow what he wanted. And it was a struggle to do that. You know, being a former college football coach, I always thought that I had to make sure everything was right, that I could do it and I can figure it out. And it wasn't until I gave it up to God to say, okay, it's yours, did he place us in the right place. And the right place was right here in Huntsville, and working with student athletes through Huntsville, but also with Sam Houston State.
I love, the journey And it's so awesome to see how the Lord works. And we never know where the seeds that are planted, where they're going to find the fertile soil and grow. And I've always said this, that you don't have to put a fish logo on a business to let people know that that is a faith-based organization. You guys are doing the Lord's work through this organization, and it's incredible. You can find out more. The website, by the way, is theranch4athletes.com. I grew up in Georgetown, north of Austin. There's a place there called the Ride On Center for Kids. Started out as therapeutic horse riding for children. They've moved into veteran programs now. And I thought of that right away when I went to your website, because the very first image on that website are horses right there. And they're healing. There's a lot of scientific studies and evidence that helps through therapeutic riding and being around horses and animals. Maybe highlight just a little bit more about the rescued animals part of the organization, because this is so incredible, pairing rescued animals with athletes. I mean, I have not heard of this with athletes before. It's normally with people who are going through physical therapy or that are suffering from PTSD. Mm-hmm. This is incredible.
Yeah, it actually was supposed to just be horses, because there is so much power of being around a horse, and that they mimic how you're feeling. So when the horses are in a herd, their hearts are beating the exact same. They know. So if a predator comes and one of the heartbeats start going up, they know, and they're on alert. So when we incorporate the horses, we can mimic a pressure situation for an athlete that they face all the time. And they don't have to tell us that they're stressed out. We can watch the horse, and the horse is going to let us know. And in turn, then we teach them how to manage that pressure, because the horse isn't going to respond until you calm down. So when you learn how to manage your emotions, then the horse is calm and it's going to do what you want to do. So that was how it all started with horses. But then we started getting calls from everyone in the area. Do you want cows? We were like, cows? Like, I don't know how to raise a cow, but there was twin calves that got rejected by a mom, and they said, yeah, you guys can have them. And at that time, this is how God works. We were praying for money. We needed finances. Like, how are we going to keep this going? Oh, we got, yeah, I'm like, so you're giving me something that's taking money now. But those cows have brought so much joy to everybody that comes on the ranch. They think they're big lap dogs, and they will walk the pasture with you. They'll lay down. They'll let you sit on them. These athletes come for those cows. But then we also have goats, pigs, donkeys. And it's just a way for these athletes to get away from the concrete of being on campus or at a classroom or whatever, and come out and just be in nature.
Bobby, talk a little bit more about the inner workings of the organization. We know athletes, but is there a certain age group? Who is the ideal client to come out to the ranch?
Yeah, we weren't sure how this was going to work, and we've had high school kids come out and the college kids, and we definitely focus more on the college athletes, because we understand, and what we want is we want you to want to be there. So we feel like the college athletes choose to be there, where we feel maybe the high school athlete is kind of forced by their parents because there might be an issue. But sometimes that issue, we don't know. It could be the parents. So it's kind of hard to say, hey, what's wrong with my kid? Well, it's you. And they don't want to hear that. But the college athlete doesn't have to worry about that. They come on their own. And they come to the ranch to get what they need. When we first started, we thought we'd have structure. And then we realized these kids have structure their whole life. Everything is structured for them. So why not just allow them to come out and do what they want to do? I mean, we had 2 cheerleaders come out yesterday, and they wanted to just come and hang out with the animals for a little bit, and then they wanted to play pickleball. That's what they needed. So we had just allowed them to come out and utilize the ranch for whatever needs that they have.
That's cool. It was funny because you said, maybe the problem is the parent or whatever. And I was about to see the old Bobby coach come out, because the coach will tell him, the non-coach won't tell him, right, Bobby?
That's right. And it is hard, because you want to help and fix, but sometimes, getting in between a kid and the parent, that's tough. And that's not where we want to be. We just want them to be able to come out and just relax and understand that there's more to life than just the sport that they're playing. We put so much pressure on kids today to be great at a young age because it's almost now an investment for parents because it's so expensive to play youth sports. So it becomes an investment, and then that's where the pressure comes and the parents want more. And we forgot that, it's about loving the game and just having fun, and we need to put the fun back in. And if we can't do it in the sport they're playing, then let's do it at the ranch. And these college kids, when they come out, they jump on the trampoline, they act like they're 10 years old again, and that's what we want.
Again, Bobby and Lisa Wilcox joining us today from the Ranch for Athletes, their website, theranch4athletes.com. I love this too. Under your story, it says this: the Ranch for Athletes was founded on this realization. We believe that an athlete's worth extends far beyond their athletic achievements. Our mission is to empower athletes to understand that their true identity is rooted in something far greater than the scoreboard. Lisa, the area that you guys are in, maybe highlight a little bit about the ranch. Just how big is the ranch? You already mentioned some of the animals, where it's located. Maybe somebody's listening today saying this is a place that I need to go, or a parent is saying, boy, I'd like for my athlete to go out to the ranch. Give us a little more details about the ranch.
Yeah, well, I'll start out with everything we do is free of charge. We don't charge anybody to come onto the ranch. That was the one thing that when we started this ministry, God said, open the gate.
All right, we're ending the interview. Josh, let's go. No, we're heading out to the ranch.
Yes, yeah. So everything that we do is free because we just want to help. Like he said, our only requirement is that you want to be there. We can't help you if you don't want to be there and want to be helped. But actually, it's a 13-acre property. It's a whole God story of how we even ended up with this property.
Yeah,
to
share
begin
that,
with.
please, if it's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So we prayed about it in Florida. That's where we wanted to be. But this is when the market was high as could be, 2021, when people were just buying everything. So everything in Florida was swampland. We're like, no, this isn't going to work out. So Texas came as an idea. We have an elite gymnast, so she has to be somewhere near a big gym. So we knew the Houston area could provide that. We found a property actually in Conroe 2 weeks before we closed on our Florida house. It fell through. And we were like, God, what are you doing? Like, you called us to do this, but we still felt like this is where we needed to be. We're like, we'll find an RV. We'll just live in that. We get land. We'll pull the RV on. So we end up moving here. We end up finding an RV. Thought it was going to be temporary, look for land, everything we look for, even if it had been on the market for months, got an offer the day before we were going to go look at it. So me and him said, that's it. We're done looking. Like, God will provide whatever it's going to be. We'll just figure it out. And so long story short, it was actually the neighbor at the RV park where we lived that had 13 acres in Huntsville.
Wow.
We joke that we called him the grumpy old neighbor. He would never say hi. He would never wave. He would never do anything. But he was the one that approached us to say, I heard you're looking for land. We're like, yep. It went off of a handshake. And I have to just talk about money because this is a total God thing. We got 13 acres with a house that needed to be repaired and stuff for only $170,000 in the 2021 market.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and there was two neglected horses on the property when we were there. So it was 9 months of living in the RV and questioning God the whole time. Why did you bring us here? What are we doing? For him to then hand us this and say, here you go. Not only did I give you your land, but here's two rescued horses that you're going to take over too.
And if God wanted to just tell us, I've got this, here's how it all worked too. He put us on a street, and the street name was Calvary.
Wow.
With our RV
with
park.
the RV at the RV park, the RV that we had bought, we bought it from some people, and the person at the bank, his name was Jesus. So Jesus is stamped on our paperwork. And, for the land that he gave us, because we weren't looking out this direction, and then for Sam Houston to be right here. I mean, you couldn't have scripted any better. God had this plan from the minute we were in Florida. He said, I've got all this. You just got to trust. And there was some hard times. There was some times we were questioning, why are we here? If you're not going to give us this land and do what we need to do, why are we here? here. But it wasn't until the time, like Lisa said, that we finally just gave it all to God and said, God, if you want us to have land and do this, you'll provide. And that's when things just got rolling, and he put us where he put us. And like you said earlier about having a sign that has to have a fish on it and stuff. We were actually called Galloping Grace when we first started, and nothing was happening. And it wasn't until we changed the name, the Ranch for Athletes, that it just start to take off. So yeah, even the name itself, but it's just been a journey that God has just walked us through, and it's been a blessing from there.
I think it's incredible that when we know that we're called to something, that there is this delay sometimes, and it's a waiting period, a testing period. And I think of a former church that I used to go to down in Houston, and the church didn't grow for many people. Don't know the story. I'll share it in depth sometime. Now it's one of the largest churches, but the former pastor of that church, who passed in 99, the church stayed 90 members for 10 years in an old beat up warehouse feed store down in Houston. Didn't grow. And it wasn't until he answered the call, he felt the Lord telling him, you need to go to India. You need to go to India and see people who really need to be ministered to. Everyone needs to be ministered to, but you need to go to India. There's a hurt there that I need you to fill. And he went and stayed loyal for many years in India, preaching to people. And when he came back, that church congregation exploded in a way that he never imagined. And I think that's a story for you guys, and not just or what you told, but a story for our audience this morning, that maybe somebody is holding and waiting, and continue in that season of waiting and trust that the Lord, it may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, it may not be 10 years like it was in this gentleman's case, but after that obedience and answering the call, the Lord has, and he looked back and he said, the Lord provided every step of the way, even through those 10 years of drought, the Lord still provided. Bobby, I think that's true with you guys. Look at how the Lord has blessed this ministry and what you're doing for student athletes.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a way that, being the former coach and looking at things differently, but now looking at it through God's eyes and what we're doing, and just being able to be there for them and help them through whatever they're going through on this property that he's blessed us with. And like Lisa said, I do know that God is all he's ever said was just open the gate. And has there been times that we have done things as a family? Our daughter was doing track, our youngest daughter, in Pearland, and we were coming home, and some athletes text us, can we come? And you're thinking, oh my goodness, I've been at a track meet all day. I'm tired. No, my first answer in my head is no, I don't want you to come. But it's like, yes, tell them to come. We're opening the gate because that's what God said. And then when they get there, you just get this energy and just love having them there. And I mean, they'll come at 6 o'clock and leave at midnight at times. And it's just amazing. And there's nothing tired about it. We love it. And we just want to continue to help any one of these athletes in whatever way that they're struggling, or if they're not even struggling, they just like being out there.
Yeah. Well, Lisa, I've got a couple more questions for you guys. I appreciate y'all's time. We got about 5 more minutes or so, but Lisa, someone out there this morning that's listening, how do they come out to the ranch? Do they need to call? They need to schedule an appointment? Let us know a little bit about how that works.
So best way to reach out to us is either through our website contact page, and that will send an email to me, and then we can schedule a time for you to come out. Instagram is also, that's how athletes reach out to us the most, is through social media and just sending a message letting us know that they want to come out. And anybody is welcome. I mean, yes, we deal with athletes, that's our specialty, but through that, we've built relationships with athletes and their roommates, or athletes and their classmates and their friends that come out. And it's funny, we have a girl that came one time that she's not an athlete now. She was, but when she first came to the ranch, she thought she was going to have to show us videos of her playing her sport. I was like, no, that's not a requirement.
That's not what we do here.
Yeah. So definitely reach out. We host teams as well too, so we can do different team opportunities. Anything
yeah,
else?
we actually had New Mexico State softball team came out after their series with Sam Houston. And we had a big bus out in our yard, and it was just amazing how it's all come full circle, too, that we started at New Mexico State and then New Mexico State softball team. So, even other universities that are in town and just want to get their players on the ranch, they're more than welcome. But, yeah, any teams or anybody that wants to utilize what we do.
Awesome. Well, I think the work y'all are doing is incredible. Again, the website, the ranch, the number 4 athletes.com. It takes people and resources for any organization to operate. And Lisa, I wanted to give you an opportunity. How can folks get involved? Are there volunteer opportunities? Obviously, a way for people to donate as well to support the ministry. Maybe let us know about a few of those things.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the big things that we do for the athletes is once a month we feed them a Sunday dinner. So that was another, God spoke to me and said, you need to feed them. Physically and mentally, emotionally, all of that. But physically, they come for food. So it's a free meal that we give to all the athletes Sunday. It's kind of like going back to the old tradition where after church and stuff on Sunday, you get together as a family and have a meal together. So that's definitely a big opportunity. We have about 100 athletes that come out on Sundays that we feed them.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So food donations, financial donations to help cover that. You can figure out how to donate through our website. We do Venmo, Zelle, all those different things, but also reaching out. Donors and sponsors are what keeps us going.
I think it's perfect. I feel the Lord tugging at my heart that we need to do a job of helping to get the word out through Spirit Radio, because I just believe in what y'all are doing so much as a very tiny part of college athletics, having the privilege of broadcasting. And then, of course, with you guys being involved, that is a huge part. And I think that brings such a unique perspective, as you said earlier, Bobby, because when you've coached it, you've seen it and you know it. So the best way for these young people to come out and just to kind of decompress. And you can relate with them. I think that's important, too, that you have an opportunity to where you can say, I know what you're going through. Because I was the guy that used to do that to you. Not in a bad way, but you know what I'm saying.
No, it's exactly right. When I was coaching, it was about winning and everything that we could do during the game, but it was never about the mental part after. So, yeah, I'm super excited to be able to share with what I've learned as a player, as a coach, and as a father.
Awesome. Well, Lisa, finally, just any last comments? It's been a great interview. I'd love for you guys to come back in a few months and give us some updates, but let us know anything else that may be on your heart this morning.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, he knew the hesitation. That's an awesome husband. He was like, I'm coming in.
Yes.
That's why we work together. We've been married for 21 years, so yes.
I know, we couldn't do it without each other, really. We're different personalities. He is the coach mentality that brings the energy and excitement, and I'm more the even-keeled one that... If you need to have a heart-to-heart conversation, that's me. If you need to be motivated and encouraged, then that's Bobby.
Well, perfect. Well, it's such a blessing. I'm going to tell you guys, I mean this seriously. When Josh is here on Tuesdays and Thursdays, there's always a joy that enters this studio. I mean, we have it every day, but there's a tremendous joy when you guys walked in this morning. I know that the Lord's hand is upon this organization, the Ranch for Athletes, and want to encourage the community. Go to the website, find out more information. They are a 501c3 nonprofit doing amazing work here, not just in Huntsville, but you already said making an impact for student athletes all over. So thank you, guys. This has been great.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much.
Well, y'all are welcome back anytime, and we're going to wrap up the show and head over there and, hang out with the animals, and then we'll stay the night. We'll bring some tents, and we'll wake up Sunday and have a great meal.
That sounds good to me.
Well, hey, that'll wrap it up here. We appreciate our friends again, Lisa and Bobby Wilcox. More information on their website at the ranch, the number 4 athletes.com. We'll take a break. We'll go back to music and programming on Spirit Radio. And for the rest of you that are hanging out on social media, stay there because we're going to continue the show. Jason Thompson rejoins me when we come back. This is your show. It's Good Morning Huntsville here on Tuesday.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted, family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas.
Are you ready for a better way to bank? Join Walker County Federal Credit Union today. As a member, you'll enjoy low-cost loans, no annual fees, and easy online access. We're not just a credit union. We're a community dedicated to your financial success. Experience friendly service tailored for just you. Why wait? Join us online at walkercountyfcu.com or drop by our location at 1802 Normal Park Drive, Walker County Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
Tomorrow's Promise Montessori schools believe in creating spaces where children can learn, grow, and use their imaginations. At any Tomorrow's Promise location, children enjoy the largest playgrounds in town. Tomorrow's Promise Montessori is a fun school where every child learns at their own pace, and mastery of a concept is expected before moving on to the next concept. At Tomorrow's Promise, every child is respected, loved, and nurtured for the unique individual that they are.
Tomorrow's Promise Academy on Veterans Memorial now open. Visit tomorrowspromise.info for more information. Education you can trust.
Hey friends, this is Rob Hipp, and I'm here to talk about a true expert in the real estate world. Let me introduce you to my good friend, Terry Coleman of the Coleman Realty Group.
With 33 years in the business, I've dedicated my life to making your real estate dreams come true. Specializing in residential properties, I serve Walker and Montgomery counties, from Spring to Trinity and areas all around.
They call her your next door agent, and here's why.
I'm not just here to help you find a home or lease a property. I'm here to build lifelong relationships. Whether it's residential or commercial, farm or ranch listings, there's something for everyone.
Now you might wonder, what sets Terry apart from other real estate agents? Well, it's simple. She goes above and beyond for her clients, like the time she surprised a family from California with a fully decorated Christmas tree and gifts when they returned from closing. You shouldn't have to compromise on the joys of home during life-changing moments. So, if you're ready to make your real estate dreams come true, here's what you need to do.
Visit my website at myrealtorterry.com and let's make those dreams a reality.
That's Terry Coleman, your expert in all things real estate.
I'm Terry Coleman, your next door agent, and I can't wait to help you open the door to your new life.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp, Media and Community Outreach Minister here at First Baptist Church, Huntsville. Let me ask you, when's the last time you felt real hope? Maybe it's been a while since you've been to church, or maybe you've never felt connected to a church at all. Well, friends, that's okay. Here at First Baptist, we're a harbor of hope, and we welcome everyone just as they are. We have programs throughout the week for all ages to come together, ask questions, grow in faith, and find the hope that only Jesus Christ can bring. Whether you're looking for a fresh start or a community to call home, we'd love for you to join us. Come experience something real. For more information, visit fbchuntsville.org. First Baptist Church Huntsville, a harbor of hope.
In this harbor of hope, we are safe inside.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
You know what I like about Jason? You just tell him stuff. He goes, yep, yeah, yes, sir, yeah, yep. See, that's what
I had to. Couldn't resist.
Yep. Oh, man. Look, more technical work here.
More technical work.
Yeah, that was fun. I have to be clear on this. It wasn't Josh. I don't want to throw Josh under the bus. It was me flipping switches. There's like hydros. You remember back in the day?
I know you was back there flipping switches.
Flipping switches. Did you ever get into that back in the day? You had like an 82 Cutlass Soleil, had the hydros on it.
No, never did that.
What about a dually? You should do that on a dually.
No, I wouldn't waste a good truck.
What is the deal? I'm not hating on this. Have you seen it, Josh? You know what I'm talking about? The hydros?
Is it when the truck is lifted up so high?
When they hit the buttons and the cars bounce?
Oh, those jumping cars.
Yes.
I've seen them before.
You know, it's easy, like, for someone like us, just because we're not into that, to, like, poke fun.
Right.
But there is a whole art behind that.
Oh, there is.
And it's actually, I mean, it's not my thing, but it's kind of cool seeing
it
in person.
I've seen it in person back in the day when I was a paramedic. You know, we would
one of them fell on somebody.
No, I worked like car shows down at NRG, and they would have cars like that, and they would do displays, and they did like the jumping contest to see how far they could get them up in the air.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And you think about, you think about just the money and the work that goes into that.
I know that's more work than what I want to do.
It'd be cool to have that out there at the Guardian Defense Range.
Oh, yeah.
Come on out for the Jason Thompson Hydro Show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The one that I don't get, though, and if somebody out there, I'm not poking fun, but I don't understand this. It's the ones where they have the trucks with the truck beds that raise and spin around. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I don't get that.
I don't understand that one.
I don't either, but hey, that's what they like, so let them do it.
Yeah, they'll laugh at me about, look at our computer guy over there. He likes to program.
Yeah, so. To each his own.
Well, we are back. Hey, awesome interview with Lisa and Bobby. Man, what great couple.
Sounds like it.
I invited them to come back and share their testimony sometime. I know that they have a powerful testimony behind that story, too. She had mentioned that she had battled cancer and at a young age, and then Bobby had talked about how he was not a believer and just how the Lord has brought so much into their life through this organization.
Right.
And the dependency that they have placed on him. And as a believer, that's the key word, is dependency.
Mm-hmm.
That we can't do it on our own.
Nope.
And we have to be reminded of that every day, that we can't. Maybe somebody out there this morning is listening, Jason, and they're trying to figure out, well, what do I do? You have to give it to the Lord. And people are thinking, well, I've tried to do that. What does that mean? It means like you have to just trust him.
Yeah, you have to surrender and trust him. That's it.
It don't mean that you can just sit on the couch and expect things to happen.
Well, no, that's not the way it works.
Yeah.
Some people think that's the way it works, but it's not. You have to put forth some effort.
You have to. And I like what Jason Bay said here, is that if we're observant and we're in the right mindset and we're focusing on the Lord, we're not going to see heaven on earth, but we're going to see glimpses of it.
Mm-hmm.
And we've seen glimpses of the Lord at work, and we've seen glimpses of what is to come for those who believe.
Mm-hmm.
And I can agree
with that.
That hope is in my heart this morning. I don't like to preach a sermon on Good Morning Huntsville, but I just feel like that was on my heart this morning, that somebody needs to hear that there's hope, and it's right around the corner.
There is.
All you got to do is walk to that corner and turn around.
That's it.
So, all right, that'll wrap it up. No, I'm just kidding, Jason. Jason Thompson hanging out with us. Hey, big thank you to Elliott's Jewelers. Elliott's Jewelers is online at elliottjewelers.com for all of your jewelry needs. Go by and see my great friend, Mr. Elliott Herzlich. He'll take care of you. Just supported the Safe House Bingo, where they had a 2-carat diamond giveaway raffle.
Really?
Boy, I'd like that.
Mm-hmm. I would too.
I wanted on my wedding band for there to be like those big studs. Have you seen those?
No, I hadn't seen them.
But there's some of the masculine wedding bands.
Mm-hmm.
They'll have like a little crown right here instead of it being round, and then you can put some big old studs in there. And I thought, if them cowboys can wear them blinging belts at the rodeo, which I don't understand that.
I don't either.
You know,
I think it's, you know.
Josh has one. That's why he's laughing. He's got one of those belts.
Does he?
Yeah, he does.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He's got one of those blingy belt looking things.
Whenever he walks in, mariachi, mariacha, marija, hoo, hoo. And then he's got that. He's probably texting me right now on the app. Like he's like, you stop that right now.
I'm looking at what blinging belts are.
Just type in blinging cowboy belt. You got to put cowboy in there.
All you have to do is pull up belts at like the local, Western wear store, because that's about all they carry anymore.
All you have to do is search for Houston Rodeo and Livestock Show crowd pictures.
Yeah, there you go. No, don't do that. Don't do that. You're going to see stuff you don't want to see.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, they literally had to enforce a dress code policy this year.
I saw that, yeah.
And I was oblivious to what the problem was, and then I heard some conversations. I was like, okay. I don't understand why people think they need to dress that way.
Or not dress that way, because that's what it was. I mean, it was a lack of dress.
It was a lack thereof of dress.
Yeah. And we live in that world now, which is just tough. It's heartbreaking. And I'm mindful even of my children, especially my daughter at 4 years old, what she wears. She'll be like, Daddy, I want to wear. I'm like, girl, them shorts are too short. You ain't wearing them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm teaching her now. I'm like, those were when you were littler. Those need to go to Goodwill.
You've outgrown those.
You ain't wearing them.
Get clothes that fit properly.
There's the key word. You have outgrown. Get clothes that fit.
There you go.
And if you're an old big husky boy like me, you just get you an extra size up so you can. Although this one's kind of too tight on me too.
Yeah.
Go ahead, laugh, Josh. You just wait till you're 30 over there.
I'm not laughing at.
Wait till you're 30 over there, old skinny bones.
I'm not laughing at that.
You just wait, buddy.
It's coming, Josh.
Yeah, get ready.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah, I'm glad you got off the McDonald's, because you're setting yourself up for that. What's that trash company? The trash commercial, the trash bag company. Hefty. You're setting yourself up, buddy, if you keep eating at McDonald's.
Yeah,
just like me.
Yeah, Rob.
I'm done with McDonald's.
You don't want to go get a big arch today, just as a going away present?
No, I can't. I shouldn't.
I will not tempt ye.
I've been tempted a lot recently, because I'd be hungry.
You
and
see
I'm like,
Jason's eyebrow. It got angry when you said McDonald's.
No, man.
McDonald's is a college student's best friend, really.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I mean, if you're hungry and you're low on money, that's the place to go.
Yeah, exactly. And that's me all the time. And so I've been fighting the urge to go to McDonald's. I haven't been going since
I'm proud
December.
Of you. I hear like a Cher song instead of what is it, Life After Love or Love After Love? What is that song? I forget the lyric. Do you believe in love after love? I forget what the lyrics are.
I don't.
It's like, do you believe in McDonald's after college?
Hey, it is what it is. I just think we have too much preservatives in our food.
We do, man. And what's the other chemical that is in everything? Did we talk about this or someone?
No.
Billy and I did, I think.
Probably.
It's the we talked about it at Rotary. The Trinity River Authority came in and gave us some pretty eye-popping things. And
well, the big thing that's in a lot of our food is Teflon.
Teflon is what
it's in everything, and it's not good for our bodies.
They said that if you draw blood or like do something that every single person has particles of Teflon in them, and it's all like plastics.
Yeah.
And the non-stick surface,
it's in everything.
that like has ruined it for people, and you can't get rid of that stuff.
No.
I think we talked about it last week.
I think so, on a Thursday maybe.
No, on Tuesday. We talked about the non-stick stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, that it's bad for us.
Yeah, I'm sure we did.
Well, there you go. Now we're recycling after 710 episodes.
Yeah. Running out of things to talk about.
We ain't running out of things to talk about because this weekend is the Walker County Fair Association Fair and Rodeo.
Well, it's the rodeo is this week.
The rodeo.
The rodeo.
Rodeo. I just
it
like
ain't a rodeo.
Rodeo. If you wear one of those belts, it is.
Well, I can't wait to see you at the rodeo wearing one of your old belts.
I'm going to get one of those and just wear it on the show on Friday or Thursday, just as like a. I'll wait till Thursday when you're on.
Please no.
Yeah.
No, I think you should. I think you should like full on dress for the rodeo for the Friday show with Billy.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to ask
you need
Cavenders.
You need to get a hat and everything.
I'm going to ask Cavenders. I'm going to go over there and say, like, hey, I'll promote the fire out of you guys. Can I just borrow some giddy up gear? Like a cowboy hat, a starch shirt, the pants. I've already got the boots. And I'll promote Cavenders. And I'm going to be like, give me the blingiest bling you've got on that belt.
Yeah, I think you should.
It is neat, though. Hey, I'm being serious. This weekend, though, it gets started. Friday is the rodeo. When does the fair? It starts Friday, too, or is it Thursday?
No, it generally kicks off on Friday. I think there's, Thursday is the fair parade. I think it's around 6 o'clock or so. That's when it usually is. And then Friday's kind of like the big kickoff of the fair with the pro rodeo Friday night, Saturday night. Historically, I haven't looked at the schedule, so I'm just shooting from the hip here, guys.
I'm looking at the website, but I mean, it's still got information from 2025.
Okay.
So I need to get Viola on here. She does a good job with the WCFCA. We're going to be there. Viola came last year. I need to reach out to her, but we want you to come, be a part of it. We're going to have a booth, by the way, for the National Day of Prayer, right whenever you get your tickets.
Oh, are you?
And we'll also have Spirit 94.3 there, and it's going to be a great couple of weeks. It goes on for a while. The fair part does.
Well, it's a week long generally. So it'll start on Friday and it'll end the following Saturday.
Do you ever get over to it?
I used to do a lot with the fair, but I just stay so busy right now. We'll just see what happens.
I love Jason, man. He's just this guy over here. I wish he could hang out with me every day. There's just something about him.
Oh, why?
I don't know what it is. You just look at the guy. He brings you some joy too, doesn't he, Josh?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean that, Jason. I've never said that to you.
Well, I appreciate it.
I don't want things to get weird between us, but man, you're all right.
Oh my goodness.
It's getting really weird.
It's getting
Blink twice if you feel uncomfortable.
He's like,
what's that hand signal for help? I need to be over here doing this hand signal. Josh, help.
No, we appreciate you, Jason, man. You've been a great friend, and, promoting the good in this community is what we do here on this show. So, yeah, come out. The parade, as you said, Thursday gets underway.
Yep.
So it will be fun. Well, hey, Josh, I'd like to shift focus real quick, if that's okay, Jason.
Yeah, let's shift.
And to our friend Josh, he was gone. He was gone last week.
On Thursday?
Were you gone last week?
On Thursday.
Yes, sir.
He was here Tuesday.
You were here Tuesday? But when was it already 2 weeks ago?
Yes.
Yes,
sir.
Good night. Well, let us know. I'd let Josh know that I wanted to give him 5 or 10 minutes to talk about the impact of Beach Reach this year. That this is you tell the people about it, Josh.
Yes, sir. I just flipped the camera.
Oh, wait. I like how you have the last words on there from the sermon.
Wait, how do
There's a little eyeball there. Do you see it?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. That's from the post-sermon rap. And here's last words with Joshua Mashi.
Josh's last words.
No, do not say that.
I'm just trying to open I know it's not about numbers or anything, but
no, but I think it's great to see the input, to hear of the impact, for sure. And thank you for allowing me to put you on the spot this morning on this.
No, it's all good. So Beach Reach is a yearly thing that spring breakers go, or not spring, Christian college students from different BSMs,
Baptist Student Ministries.
Baptist Student Ministries go to South Padre Island, and they go and share the gospel with people and tell them about Jesus while meeting their needs and meeting them where they're at. And so this year, there has been 19,838 pancakes served.
Good night. That's a lot of pancakes, Jason.
It's a lot of pancakes. 14,389 free rides.
14,000 rides?
Free rides. Yes,
wow.
Sir. And that is across 2 weeks. So if you split it in half, it's 7,000 each week.
And then you divide that by 5, that's over 1,000 rides a day.
Oh, yeah.
Goodness.
9,970 spiritual conversations.
Wow, praise the Lord.
9,887 people prayed with. 87 people recommitted their lives to Christ. 338 new believers.
Wow.
And 55 baptisms.
Wow.
Yes, sir. It was an awesome week to see the Lord move and work. In my personal life, I was first week, it was Sam Houston, and over the first week, Sam Houston's BSM was in charge of leading worship for 800 students, and so I was in charge of doing the slides for those students, and from that, it took time from my evangelism time. And one of my spiritual gifts is evangelism.
Yeah.
And I love to go and talk to people. And so I was really upset. But then the Lord convicted me. And he was like, where's your heart at? Like, I'm putting you in this area to serve others. Like, the Lord's been working on my heart a lot on how to serve others and how I should be a servant-hearted instead of just evangelistic. And like, I got convicted, and the first day I didn't have joy in that and serving, but as soon as I got convicted and I turned to the Lord, I found joy in serving, even if it meant that I wasn't going out and sharing. And the Lord really rewards faithfulness, and I've seen it in my life how the Lord rewards faithfulness, because whenever I started having joy in that, I started getting people to sit with people and have conversations, whether believers, and hear their stories and their struggles, or like non-believers. And I got to witness to 2 people. I think, did I share something about Beach Reach at all?
You shared a little bit, but I don't recall.
Okay. I think I shared it on my show. But there are 2 people in particular that really touched my heart whenever I got to share with them. One of them, his name is Josh. And I forgot which college he goes to, but he says that he's a believer, and he was just at South Padre because a lot of things that happened in his life and he's upset about, and my heart broke for him, because really you can see how he was convicted being there and doing all this stuff, and you can clearly see that the Lord is calling him to come to him and repent and all this stuff, but it's it turned my eyes to gratefulness because of the community that I have, because he said that he doesn't have a good community, and so he surrounds himself with bad friends, and that's why he's at South Padre. And so just it made my heart grow in appreciation to the Lord putting me in a community and being grateful for that. And we really need one another to help each other grow, and to hold each other accountable, because I saw myself if I didn't have a community in him. And so another guy I shared with his name was Isaiah, and we got to share with him on the beach. The Lord was drawing him to South Padre. He wasn't going there to party or anything. He didn't want to go to South Padre, but the Lord put it on his heart to go to South Padre so he can grow and know more about God. and he didn't know that we were there or anything.
Wow.
And so he went there, and he was running on the beach. He was actually sleeping in his car. That's to tell you how much like he didn't actually want to go, but he felt the Lord calling him. And, like he didn't say that he felt the Lord calling him. He says he felt something calling him.
How did you meet him?
On the beach. He was walking, and well, funny story is I saw him earlier in the day at the convention center. And usually in the convention center, you cannot go in if you're a spring breaker, only if you're a beach reacher. So we divide ourselves between spring breaker and beach reacher. The spring breakers are not people who
You
are believers.
beach reacher.
So we are the beach reachers.
preacher.
Putting the walls up, man.
No, we don't do that for like any other reason except for food.
Yeah.
Because like the churches that provide food for us, like provide food for 800 people and not necessarily the whole island.
Yeah, they couldn't do that.
So he was at the convention center. He went in because he needed to use the bathroom, and one of the guys that I disciple got to talk to him, but I didn't think that he was a spring breaker, and so I thought he was a beach reacher because he was in the convention center. So I walked past him, but my friend Jared, who was with me, we were on the beach. We were looking for people to share with. He says, "Let's go talk to him." So we run against the wind, and that day the wind was so hard. Like it took us like 2 minutes to catch up to him, and he was like from here to the door out over there. And so, because he was walking too, so we were walking against the wind, and we got to talk to him, and I quickly realized that he wasn't a beach reacher; he was a spring breaker. And so, Jared shared the gospel with him. I asked him questions, and that day he said, "I want to follow Jesus," and he gave his life to the Lord. And as soon as the Lord put it on my heart to ask him, "Do you want to be baptized?" And he said yes. And so we went, because we were right there on the beach. We went, Jared and I, and we baptized him. We got up and I asked him, "Hey, do you want to go share the gospel with me?" And he said yes. And so we went together, and we talked for over like 2 hours together. We shared with other people. He didn't necessarily share, but he was one to open conversations and stuff. And so it was really good for him to witness that. And then after that, we saw baptisms. So our first week we had like 33 baptisms. So he had to witness like 30 of them.
Wow.
30 people get baptized.
I really want to go with these guys next year and witness this firsthand. I mean, it's incredible.
That sounds pretty amazing.
Yeah.
It's awesome. And then after that, his name's Isaiah, by the way. Isaiah, we went to dinner, and then I texted him afterwards, and I said, "Do you want to come to worship?" And he said yes. And so he was able to come to worship afterwards and worship with us.
Wow.
And it was so awesome.
I'll tell you, when Josh speaks about this stuff, man, I need to. I'm sitting here. I feel a conviction of like, there's something I need to figure out and do more.
Yes, sir.
I'm serious, man. That's the Lord working through what you. Thank you for sharing that, Josh.
Sure.
I mean, incredible. And I know you do it for the Lord's glory, but man, He has blessed you so tremendously with that gift of evangelism and discipleship. And we're all called to be disciples.
Mm-hmm.
But there is also something that the Lord calls a little bit more in people. And you're one of those, Josh, when it comes to that. And that is awesome, man. So thank you for sharing that with us.
Sure. Can I say something real quick?
No, we don't have time. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, go ahead.
Okay. So you say that I'm gifted in like the gift of evangelism, and I agree with that. But something really, so I was over the break, spring break, I was reading Luke. I had been reading Luke for a long time, and I was reading Luke. I was finishing it. And so I read Luke 22, 23, and 24 over that week, and John 21. All 4 chapters talk about Jesus' Last Supper, his crucifixion, and then his resurrection. But in the Last Supper, Peter says, like, "I will follow you even to prison and to death." And then, like, Peter was gifted with boldness, and he says that. And then Jesus tells him that you're going to deny me 3 times. And Peter does deny him, even though he was bold at some points. He denied Jesus. And as I was reading that, I was like, Lord, if you like the day that I told you I didn't have joy, that day I was like, Lord, give me any person and I will share with them. And on Wednesday during our free time, there was a guy that that the Lord put on my heart to share with, and I saw him walk, and I was like, no, Lord, he's too big. Like, I can't talk to him, or like, I don't know what.
Like muscular or what?
Like, no, he was just too tall, and I was like,
so he's too big.
Mm-hmm. I was like, I don't like it. So I froze and I didn't share with, and then people started sharing with him. And as soon as I froze, like conviction fell on me that I just told Jesus that I would, like, just like Peter, he said, I will follow you even to death. And I told Jesus that I would like share with anyone, and I didn't get to share. But the very next day I was reading about Peter's redemption, and like the Lord just filled me with this joy of like knowing that I am redeemed by Jesus, and like he's the God of second chances. And that's when I met Isaiah again. And so, yeah.
That's cool. When Josh shared that he saw this guy and he was big, I was thinking like, here's David going up against Goliath. Here's little Joshua. He's got his slingshot. He's got his stone. He's ready to go to town.
But I didn't get to throw.
No, you weren't trying to throw at this guy.
Yeah.
You're trying to throw the word at him, man.
Yeah.
Well, Jason, good show today, brother.
Yeah.
What's going on in your neck of the woods? Give us some updates, Guardian Defense, man. How are things rocking and rolling, brother?
Oh, we just, take it one day at a time, really. That's it, man. What else you want me to say?
Tell us about the business. What do y'all do over there? Maybe there's somebody new that's saying, who's that guy in that blue, that dapper old son over there?
Dapper old son. Oh, we have our gun range out there by appointment, and on some occasions I do get to still teach classes. So
go online, guardiandefensellc.com. You can schedule a time to go out and shoot at the range. All things personal safety is Guardian Defense. We appreciate Jason for always being here with us on this National Ag Day today.
National Ag Day.
National Ag Day.
Well, that's good.
If you got a cow, boy, you get a cow. National Ag Day. I don't know why I talk like that sometimes. Just
I don't either.
Fun.
It is. Since Kyle didn't respond or anything earlier, I looked it up, and gender reveal party started by a blogger named Jenna. I can't spell her last name. In 2008. So
2008.
Yes, sir.
And there it was, thanks to the internet.
Yep, a blogger.
A blogger.
Yeah.
See? It's just ruined everything.
Oh, it's a sad story, really. So after several miscarriages, she wanted to celebrate her pregnancy with her family. And so that's why she cut into a cake with pink icing, which revealed that she had a daughter.
Okay, so I can't. Yeah, that one you can't joke about.
No.
Yeah.
So thank you, Jenna, for starting a movement that now every single person, you know what I get annoyed about? Like every person has to do things the same way. In every wedding, there has to be some walkout with sparklers and all that kind of stuff now.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, let's do it this way because we saw it on Pinterest. Do something
what
unique.
What is Pinterest?
Exactly. Do something unique.
Yeah.
Keep picking up what I'm putting down, Josh.
Can I clip that?
Sure. Yeah. All right. Well, hey, that'll wrap it up. We got a long day today. It's going to be fun, man. So
we got a lot to do.
We love you, Huntsville. Thanks for hanging out with us. Big shout out Joshua Mashi for producing, Jason Thompson of Guardian Defense. And we want to say thank you to our good friends today, the Wilcox family, for joining us. It was a great interview a little bit earlier about their incredible ministry that they're doing here in Huntsville. Again, Lisa and Bobby Wilcox and the Ranch for Athletes. That'll wrap it up. I'm Rob Hipp reminding you today that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. So please provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there today needs you. And Jason needs some rest.
Yeah.
God bless you. We'll see you later. See you guys. Thanks, Jason.